Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little bit more technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets, and more specifically we're going to be continuing to discuss the bull pennant that Bitcoin finds itself in, because as you guys know, Bitcoin has been trading around here, bouncing around, consolidating, building tension over the last couple of weeks, coiling in on itself, getting ready for some kind of breakout, be it bullish or bearish. But in yesterday's video we decided that Bitcoin is more than likely going to break bullish, is probably going to break to the upside. So in today's video I want to continue on with that topic, talk about why I think Bitcoin is going to break bullish, and we're also going to be discussing how Bitcoin might break bullish and where Bitcoin might go following that breakout, price targets in particular. I do want to apologize for the video going out late. Something did come up, so this is going to be rather short so I can get it out for you guys as quickly as I possibly can. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. Bitcoin is currently trading around $8,084.71 and change. Of course, Bitcoin has been trading above $8,000 here for the last couple of days. Just yesterday, we were drawing this downtrend, something like this, and Bitcoin actually did manage to break above how that downtrend was drawn. So what we've gone ahead and done here is redrawn this downtrend, and more specifically, moved it up just a little bit so that Bitcoin wasn't actually out of it yet, because when Bitcoin does break a pennant like this, it's going to be major. We're going to see some kind of major breakout, I think. If Bitcoin breaks bullish or if it breaks bearish, no matter which direction, I think there's going to be a lot of tension. And guys, Bitcoin might not break bullish today. It might not break bullish tomorrow. It might break bullish a week from now. It might break bullish over here on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th of May. It may not break bullish in the next couple of days. But when it does, I feel that there's enough tension in the market right now that we're going to see at least a moderately sized breakout. And the reason I say that is because Bitcoin has such a very long rally moving on into this pennant. As you guys know, Bitcoin has been bullish since the 8th of February back over here. All of this bullishness, all this rally is being coiled in, constricted in here, going into this consolidation pattern. And eventually, Bitcoin's going to break. It's going to snap. Someone's going to let off on that metaphorical spring that I talk about when I discuss consolidation patterns, and Bitcoin is finally going to go off to the races. It's going to rally or it's going to crash. And in this case, as we talked about in yesterday's video, I think we're going to break bullish. One of the main reasons why we talk about that is because Bitcoin is trading on the resistance half of this consolidation pattern. Most of the trading is happening up here with just a couple tests to come down here to even establish this as a pennant. Otherwise, Bitcoin would just basically be in a trading channel. Bitcoin is looking rather bullish right now, especially in the last couple of days with Bitcoin rallying up here once again to test resistance. So with all that out of the way, what exactly is Bitcoin about to do? It's about to break bullish, we think, but if it breaks bullish, where is it going to break bullish to? Well, if we come out here to the daily chart, I want to look at different levels of resistance that have marked the past for Bitcoin. We have a couple of very obvious ones. One of them would be $8,400 right here. If we go ahead and we get ourselves a horizontal line, then we can see that this level of resistance is showing clear importance right now, because Bitcoin did use this as a level of resistance in the past. That was in fact where Bitcoin topped out at the 200 simple moving average right over here, topped out at $8,400 and established that as a long-term important level of resistance. Now we're far above the 200 moving average. It's no longer really a factor to Bitcoin, but this level of resistance has remained. Bitcoin has been testing the $8,400 to $8,500 level for quite some time. This zone here over the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin has been testing that. That's been one of the levels of resistance. So if Bitcoin does break bullish out of this pennant, the first place that it's going to go to, of course, and the first place that it's going to test to is right up here to $8,400, $8,500. That's the first place we're going to go, and this is going to be our deciding factor. I think at this point we can agree that more likely than not, Bitcoin is going to see a bullish breakout rather than a bearish one. But if Bitcoin does break bullish out here, then we have something we need to worry about. Is Bitcoin going to be able to get above $8,500 and start establishing new highs above that $8,400 to $8,500 zone? Is that what is going to happen? That's where that decision point is going to be. You guys know just about every time there's a breakout coming, I talk about a decision point where the market either decides that it's going to be bullish or it's going to be bearish. And normally that's when you break out of the consolidation pattern. If you break bullish, then you decide you're going bullish. If you break bearish, you decide you're going bearish. But instead, in this case, I think we're so certain that Bitcoin's going to break bullish here that when Bitcoin actually does that, that's not necessarily going to be the decision point. The decision point on what exactly Bitcoin is going to do will come here at $8,500, because Bitcoin's going to break bullish more likely than not. At least that's the way it looks now. That could change tomorrow. That could change in the next day. That can change. For right now, it looks like Bitcoin's going to break bullish. So that decision point will come. Bitcoin comes to $8,500 and it will decide, is it going to break through here, start making new highs, continue the rally, or is Bitcoin going to double top, triple top, quadruple top, however many tops you want to count, and fall back down? What's Bitcoin going to do? That's going to be the decision point, and that's where I'm really going to be paying a lot of attention here over these next couple of days. Because if Bitcoin does top out again here at $8,400, it's probably going to have a crash. It's probably going to initiate some kind of downtrend that we've been anticipating for quite some time, guys. Because I think we can all agree, and I think we all realize that Bitcoin has been in a rally for a long time. 106 days. That's one of the longest rallies that Bitcoin has seen in the last 2 years. You have to go back to 2017 halfway through to find a rally, actually in quarter 2, to find a rally that has been this long since then. We haven't seen anything like this. This is unprecedented for 2019 and 2018. It's unprecedented for this bear market accumulation phase on into the beginnings of this bull market. We haven't seen this. So it's really interesting that we're still bullish. I think that's a very bullish sign for the long term that we're still managing to be bullish after all of this. It means that the sentiment is extremely, extremely positive. But at the same time, Bitcoin is overdue for a correction. So if Bitcoin rejects here, I think we're going to see a downtrend. I don't think that's what's most likely though, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time elaborating on that. Let's talk about what happens if Bitcoin comes up here and when it hits this decision point at $84,000, $8,500, if it breaks bullish. Let's talk about that. Because if Bitcoin does come up here to $8,500 and it breaks bullish, here's what is going to happen in my humble opinion. One of the first things that's going to happen if Bitcoin breaks $8,500 is it's going to run almost straight to 10,000. That's what I think is going to happen. There's not a whole lot of resistance in between these two levels. $8,500 to 10,000, it's not very far. If we look at our VPVR here and we cover everything, all the history that has ever been traded above $8,500, we can see right here in between $8,400 and $10,000, there's not a whole lot of trading. Of course, there's less above 10K because there was less time that we spent up there, but there's not a whole lot of resistance. As you guys can see, the majority of the resistance that we've been looking at, the majority of the trading that we've been looking at here has already been broken. Bitcoin's already gotten through all of this crap down here between $6,000 and $8,500. We've already basically gotten through that. So if we do break bullish here, there's not a whole lot of resistance over here in this zone to stop us from going straight to $10,000. So if we do break out bullish here, then I think we're probably headed straight for $10,000. So if we're going to do that, then what happens when we hit 10K? That's the next logical question, and that's where we'll wrap the video up, because that's far enough out in the future that we can do more TA on that in coming videos when we start to see how Bitcoin decides. Let's recap. First of all, I think Bitcoin's going to break bullish out of this consolidation pattern. Second of all, I think Bitcoin's going to break $8,500, and then we're going to start running to 10K. What happens when we hit 10K? Because that's another deciding point. There are a lot of deciding points in markets, and $10,000 being hit is certainly, most certainly one of them. What happens when Bitcoin does that? Well, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen when Bitcoin comes to $10,000. I will tell you exactly what I think is going to happen. If things are the way that they are now, and there's not been a lot of changes in the fundamentals of Bitcoin, and there haven't been a lot of changes in the news of Bitcoin, and all the technicals are about what we would expect them to be when Bitcoin's at 10K, I think we're going to reject. I don't think Bitcoin is ready to go through $10,000. Guys, $10,000 other than 6K is the most important level of resistance that Bitcoin faces. Of course, $6,000 was too, but you have to understand, people saw a bull market within 24 hours of breaking $6,000. They realized that if we get above 6K, then we're going to see a bull market. The next 3 years are going to be bullish for Bitcoin. So it was very easy to break bullish out of 6K, even though it was very hard to break bearish out of 6K. And that's because people are excited. They're happy to see Bitcoin above $6,000. They're not happy to see it below 6. So a lot of people were excited and they were buying and they were FOMOing in before we even broke 6K because of the anticipation of what happens if we break $6,000. You understand that? That's why 6K, if we ever do come back down here, is going to be a far stronger level of support than it was a level of resistance. If Bitcoin comes back down, it's going to be hugely more powerful as a level of support than resistance, which is one of the reasons I love 6K so much. But other than $6,000, $10,000 is a different story. We've seen so much bullishness. Bitcoin's been rallying for nearly 3 months now. Excuse me, nearly 4 months now. One of the longest rallies that we've seen in the history of Bitcoin. One of them right now is just started a bull market. Bitcoin has just started a bull market. We've barely been in it for a month. And Bitcoin is looking like it's about to break bullish again and continue this rally. Guys, Bitcoin's already up well over 100% from where it started. We're trading 140% where we started. If we go to 10,000, that's a 200% rally, which sounds like a lot. It's really not for Bitcoin. But in this context, it most certainly is. Bitcoin breaking above $10,000 right now would be absolutely ridiculous. It's possible, but I think it's very unlikely. I don't think Bitcoin is there yet. I don't think the hype is there. I think that there's a lot of people that have already bought their positions. They're already holding their bags and they're ready to cash out, because every time that you see a rally go another day, you have to remember something. Every single day that a rally is going on, every single day, more and more people are in profit. More and more people are looking to sell. Every single day and every single dollar to the upside that Bitcoin moves, people are in more and more profit. That's why at $20,000, we couldn't go any higher. People were in so much profit that they said, you know what, screw it. I've already made 400%. I'm just going to sell. Why do I need to wait to $40,000 and get another couple 100%? I'll just sell right now. I'm already rich, right? Let's mitigate risk and increase reward. That's something we talk about in CT2A, risk and reward. People want to mitigate their risk while benefiting and building and bolstering their reward. So when we get to a level like $10,000, that's going to be a huge sell wall. Mark my words, if we get to $10,000, and I think there's a good chance we will, somewhere between $9,500 and $10,000, there's going to be a gigantic sell wall of individual traders like us, of institutions, of whales, and otherwise just people that are looking to take profits because of the amount of money they've just made off of this rally. At the same time, there's a lot of people investing for the long term, but at this point, because of how far this rally's gone, I think that there's far more people looking to take short-term profits on their swing trades and their day trades than there is buying pressure at the moment. So I do think there's enough strength for Bitcoin to go to 10K, but I also think we're going to reject from that. Tell me in the comment section down below, what do you think of that? Do you think Bitcoin's going to go to $10,000? And if it does, I want you to tell me what you think is going to happen at 10,000. Is that giant sell wall that I'm forecasting going to be there and reject us and stop us from going there? Or are we going to get even close to $10,000? People are going to smell a 5-digit Bitcoin and they're going to throw their life savings into Bitcoin, and we're going to see a parabolic run like we did in 2017. I'll be the first to tell you that if we do see something like that happen and Bitcoin breaks 10K and we just start running straight to 20,000, I'm going to be concerned. That's not a good thing for Bitcoin. This kind of parabolic run that we saw in 2017 and what Bitcoin looks to be doing right now that's the telltale sign of the end of a bull market, not the beginning of a bull market. So guys, instead of hoping for $10,000 to be broken and Bitcoin to go straight to 20, let's hope for Bitcoin to reject at 10,000, consolidate for a month or two, pull back to maybe $7,000, $8,000, allow us to accumulate even more Bitcoin for the ensuing bull market, and then get ready for the next couple of years instead of blowing everything that we care about and starting the rally and ending the bull market within a couple of months. Let's drag this bull market out over the course of several years so that we have time to build up our portfolios and our nest eggs and our investments instead of having just one crazy, really big rally all at once. Let's take our time, if you will. So like I said, tell me in the comment section down below what you think of that analysis and where do you think Bitcoin is headed. I do apologize, the video is a little bit shorter today, but we did get to our points in a rather concise manner, and I want the video to be short so it can upload quickly. Since I am several hours late, I do apologize for that. That won't be happening tomorrow. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single one of you for watching, but before we go, if you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well. Go ahead, put that notification bell and the like button in the ER, put them in intensive care, smash them. Go buy yourself a new computer monitor because you hit it so hard. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single one of you for watching as always, and like I just said, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.